This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Bruschi.
Imagine for a moment that you have, I don't want to say everything, but everything in the world. At least quite a bit. You're a successful attorney. You have what appears to be loving wife and family. You got all the toys that go along with it. You're revered in your area or feared in your area, I guess, depending on who's doing the judging. And you also happen to be stealing thousands and thousands, I take that back, millions and millions of dollars from your clients and helping that to fund your lovely lifestyle that you're living. Of course, we're talking about Alex Murdaugh. Without a doubt, we've been covering this case for quite some time. And now that his location of respite has changed to the McCormick Correctional Institution on the Georgia-South Carolina border, life's a little bit different for him now. It includes both general population and a special management wing for inmates who may be in protective custody, such as Alex Murdaugh would be. What I want to ask here, I got Dr. John Delatorre with us, licensed psychologist. John, how difficult is this for someone like Alex to go from that life we just talked about, prior to all the accusations, to now being in an 8x10 cell every single day, not being allowed, any sort of interaction with other people for, all day long. Yeah, 23 hours basically of that. And then maybe you get out for an hour to get a little sunshine and a little bit of exercise. But other than that, that's every single day of the week. Mentally, that's got to take a toll on someone, even an Alex Murdaugh. Take murder out of the equation. This is not anything that's going to bode well for anyone's psyche.
It's one of those things that I think was parodied well in that Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart movie, Get Hard. The reality is that you cannot prepare yourself for the reality that is prison. You take it literally one day at a time. Now, Alex Murdaugh has an interesting way in which he can ingratiate himself to others that are in custody with him because he's an attorney. They might find him to be of a status where they're willing to kind of not be so difficult with him, the other inmates. They can be, because he could potentially help them with their cases. So it's certainly possible that Alex Murdaugh takes on the real role of the jailhouse lawyer, finding an ability to sort of get some kind of creature comforts when it comes to being in prison. But you take it one day at a time, one moment at a time, 1 hour at a time, because you're locked up so much that it would be unbearable if you try to think too far into the future.
What kind of damage does that do, the isolation that one faces? I mean, take the verdict, take the charges and everything out of the equation. Putting someone into that sort of a setting, an 8x10 cell for 23 hours of the day, maybe a little bit of sunshine and walking a yard by yourself, and very little interaction other than just with the prison guards. What does that do to someone? Have you ever dealt with that with any clients or anything that have come out of that sort of a setting back into the in reality of the real world and try to adjust again?
Most can't. Most cannot adjust. Prison is not rehab, despite what people think about, paying your debt to society. We aren't teaching these individuals how to be better citizens. We lock them in a box and we expect them to just be okay. And the reality is that we are social creatures. And without having real life connections, real positive connections with individuals who can help us navigate a world in which we are accommodating to social norms and laws, all we're doing is preparing individuals to commit another crime and be sent back to prison. Most can't adjust.
This is an examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast.
The Hidden Killers Podcast.
With Tony Bruschi.
Thank you for that little insight there into what exactly may be going on and how difficult it must be for Alec behind bars. Pardon if I don't really have any pity. If you like the show, be sure to press subscribe wherever you download podcasts. You don't miss any breaking updates and discussions on the cases we're following for you right here. I'm Tony Bruschi. Stay with us.